Appreciate those subscribers I have. I have 68 or 69 subscribers. Appreciate you all coming by. This is the first time we're able to go live here. And this is an outdoor channel. And we talk about outdoor stuff. If you like that stuff, let us know and we'll chat about it. We'll see how many people end up coming in. Appreciate you all coming by. This is our first live here on our channel. Thank you. And if you see anything in the background, those are just for educational purposes only. They're going to stay where they're at. And this live is mostly just going to talk about life, talk about camping, talk about hunting, outdoor stuff, exploring stuff, different places you've been on, hikes, stuff like that. And so we'll give it a whirl. We'll just keep the camera where it's at and do our best to keep it a good, safe environment for everyone. Yep. Yeah, appreciate everybody. And we'll see if anyone pops in, right? We might have to restart it, but we'll see. See if any of my subscribers turn their notifications on. Excuse me. I have the camera reversed, so everything's going to be reversed. Which it looks like if I'm looking at a mirror is pretty much what it is when you got it reversed. What time is it anyways? 8:17. And my dog's scraping on the door. She wants to come in, I guess. We'll let it go a little bit more and see if anybody comes in. Oh, we got one person in. Hey, thank you for coming in wherever you are. Welcome to Jerome's Outdoor Adventures. We're hoping to start this channel off as just talking about hiking stuff, hunting stuff, outdoor things, places you've been. This is our first live, so I appreciate you coming in. And hey, it's Everyday Carrie. Hey, buddy, how you doing? So at least you had your notifications on, possibly? 2 people in here now. Thank you for coming. This is my second channel. The first one is more 2A content. This is going to be talking about hiking, outdoor stuff, hunting, maybe a little 2A stuff. We'll try to keep that down pat because we don't want to get this channel having issues because that's not really what this channel is going to be for. Mostly for outdoors. So, yep. Kind of like a campfire chat, you know? Supposed to be out of jail on the other one, Everyday Carry, tomorrow sometime or the next day. It says I got one more day. That's what my studio says, so we'll see. Anyways, we got a second person in there too. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you coming by to Jerome's Outdoor Adventures. Welcome. How's your day been, Everyday Carry? EDC as we call you. What'd you do for work today? Being a Monday, you never know how it'll go, right? Mine was I got a quote together for my handyman business I own. And then I forgot the quote together, sent it off to the customer. It was electrical, wiring a big pavilion that I got together, that I made, put together with the owner. And then sent him the quote for the wiring, and he's like, sounds good, get it together. So I bought all the materials today, went to Home Depot. No affiliation of Home Depot. Wish they could support me, that'd be cool. And then I got the materials and came home. Yeah. Let's see, I dropped by the a place to get paid for a painting job I did. My eye almost started itching. And then what else did I do? Dropped by the power plant to see why I got 2 bills in. One said I didn't pay something. Anyways, my day's been good. Work is steady. Glad it's almost Christmas. Oh, that way you get more off. Do you get a paid vacation at all where you work with? Because you do construction too, right? If I recall. You get paid vacation or no? I don't, because if I get off, that means I don't make anything. I'm my own boss, so yeah. pay myself while I'm off, right? My eyes all of a sudden itching. I don't know why it's been itching off and on. Could be something with something in the air, allergies or something. I don't know. Who knoweth? Yeah, everybody in the chat. It looks like we only got one in right now, but if anybody listens to this later, what you all guys do for like outdoor stuff? Do you guys ever go hiking? Do you ever enjoy stuff like that, or cave exploring? I have a video coming up. I did some shorts about it. I got to do some long format. I got about 2.5 hours of cave content on Saturday, and I got to consolidate down to like 35 minutes or so. Yeah, we do. We don't usually take the holidays off. I use it during the year for the family. Oh, there you go. There you go. Throughout the year. So, are you going to take off this year though, or no, for the holidays? I don't know if I've ever asked you how many children you have. I don't think I have because I've been in your life like I can't even count how many times, right? You're usually on late. I think I have 68 or 69 subscribers on here finally. It went up a little bit. YouTube was messing with my subscribers. I went to 41, or no, it was, yeah, 41, and then I went to past 50 because I had a studios alert saying I had over 50. Then it dropped to 47 maybe, and then went all the way up to 170 something. Dropped to 120 something, then back down to 47. Now I'm at 69. I have no, or 68. I have no idea what happened. YouTube always messing with us. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like it's just you in here every day, Carrie. Major ADC. We'll see if it picks up. Been on about 7 minutes. Of course, it's my first live, so see how it works, folks. See how it works. Got another like though, so there's got to be more people in here. But yeah, I'm hoping we'll see how the week goes. But I'd love to see if I can go to some old mines on Saturday, if time permits. I would like to go to some mines that when I was hunting last month. I'm hoping that I'd be able to go on some of those mines next week. We'll see, or the end of this week. We'll pick up with all the chats. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, there's 4 people in here now. Thank you for coming by, guys. Please like and subscribe if you could. We do outdoor content with this channel. This is our first live. We're just starting this channel up. I have a bigger channel that has about 7,700 something subscribers. Turn your chat on all messages. Where would I do that, my friend? Could you help me out with that? How you doing, by the way, big man? Big man Balastois. This is J-Dog. Oh, J-Dog, what are you doing? Oh, you have a second one too? I wondered if it was you just because I saw the last part of your message, your name. It says type and then, the rest of it. Left bottom. Let's see. Community moderators and chat filters. All messages. Let's see here. Choose who can participate. Is that it right there? Where it says chat filter, all messages? There we go. Thank you. I've never noticed that one. Hey, J-Dog. Yeah, it never showed you before. Thank you for coming in, buddy. My main account doesn't go through people's chat if it's not on all. Oh, yeah, that didn't pop up. Can you see me now? I can. Hey, Brookside, how's it going, brother? You guys know what to do. Double tap that screen. We know you're subscribed. Appreciate you. Brookside, I'm going to make you a moderator. You're already one on my other one. Standard. So is EDC. We'll put him as a moderator. And I don't know if you are J-Dog. I don't think you are. Nothing against you. I just can't remember if you were or not. Just turned it. Let's see. J-Dog. Yes, sir. Oh, they always are. We'll see if they do something different here. I recently found some info why they have been shadow banning us to some point, because YouTube is using Gemini now as their AI recently, within the past couple months. Now, some of the shadow banning is because what we post. That's an obvious. But I found it and I sent it over to Papa Pew Pews. It gives some suggestions how to help. I did that on this channel to try to help. I haven't on my main one yet because I can't post anything to do that. And then what else? Which I already knew they were using AI. Like one of the YouTube reps already told me that. They didn't say who they were using. At the time, they were using something else maybe. But yeah, it's kind of scary what it sounds like. They actually, since they're using Gemini, they're not going off your channel title or your hashtags and all that. They're actually going off of your voice, which sounds scary. But at the same time, if that's true, that means they should know better what we actually say and not flag it as much. I don't know, because AI is smarter than us. At least it's supposed to be, right? All right, we're going to put a little poll up. All righty, go ahead. Yeah, oh boy, it's crazy. Yeah, no joke there. All right, got a little questionnaire going. I mean, there's only 4 of you in here, but anyways, appreciate you coming by. So that's Everyday Carry, Brookside, J-Dog, and well, there's one other person in here that's floating around that's not talking because Big Man is J-Dog. Anyways. Appreciate y'all coming in. But yeah, I'm thinking about going to that mine. I did a short on my other one, as well as this one, of me looking down in the cave, the mine entrance, and the off to the right is tracks going off in the distance. We're probably going to go to that one, as well as another one that I did not go to the entrance. Well, I sort of did, but I don't know if I did a short of that. I don't think I did. It looks like it hasn't been touched since it's been closed, the mine. That one, though, looks like it's being used as a den, so I'm going to make sure I'm packing because there might be a bear in there. Yeah, that one definitely is abandoned. See, the other ones, when I went hunting, I did a short of it, as well as when I was walking up to it. That one is abandoned, but people visit it all the time. Like, it has major traffic in there, and I don't know how big it is. It's big enough. They have train tracks going in. They have an upper shaft and a building up on top where it holds their their dynamite and stuff like that. But the other one's about maybe a half mile up the creek, more quarter mile, that is totally abandoned. Like, nobody, it doesn't look like anybody messed with it since it's been closed down, probably from the 50s. A lot of mines closed in the 50s up in these mountains around here, although that's in Sonoyta. Are there any mines you have to stay away from, like heavy metal mines or something? Oh, you're saying for like allergic reaction wise, stuff like that? You're probably thinking of like what's that? Like lithium mines. I don't know of any lithium mines where I'm at. Most of those would be pit mines, right? Yeah, there we go. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Yeah, you would not want to go in those. Most of those would be pit mines, I think. Around here, most of them were copper, turquoise, gold, and a variety of smaller minerals. I went and won a couple of them the other day. Well, it's been a while ago with my brother. Those were gold and copper, I believe, iron ore. And then copper, iron ore. And then the ones back where I was the other day, I'm not sure. There's a few of them I walked by when I was hunting. I thought maybe I'd look at them on my way back. But I went a big, huge circle and came all the way around where I came through another time. That was the last day I was hunting. I went 13.3 miles or something on one day. I was pretty tuckered out. Well, it was just under that because there was a fellow who helped me go the last half mile. I wouldn't come out of the gold mine until I have a big chunk. Yeah, I know, right? Well, yeah, there's one of the last ones I did a long format of, actually it would have been, was I think it was about, a 20-minute long, 18-minute long video? 16. I think it was 16. The other one was 8 something. That one was a mine up by Carr Peak. I went with Skittles in there. That one was multiple minerals, and one of them was gold because there was a huge, just gigumongous, what do you call it? Quartz vein, which is where gold is amongst it. Find anything cool in mine? railroad tracks, old tins, um, a couple old crates one time, like parts of old crates they were using for like this was back in Arizona years ago. They were using some old crates like for like fruit or something that were to reinforce the ladder that was going down in a vein that they followed down. Yeah, J Dog, that's in my other channel. Is there a way that you can transfer those videos over to a new channel, or do you have to do a fresh upload? Probably a fresh upload, huh? Because those two I really would like, and the long format one that's over an hour, take forever to load up though. I would like those on this channel so that way if that ever has problems and they totally take that channel down, I don't lose all that. I have the hard format of them anyways, but still, might as well get views on it here. If they're one on your phone, you'd have to manually go to your gallery and put them on this channel. Yeah, they're on my computer. They're in my let's see, those are on Cut Cap or Cat Cup, something like that. I forget what it's called. And I uploaded them from there. Excuse me. They would have been taken from my GoPro. That's when the long video that's an hour and a half, they were from my GoPro. First time I ever tried it. Yeah, you just have to go in the gallery and reload them up. That's what I figured. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if there's a way I can download them from that to a phone and then phone to probably possibly, but it's so big it would take a while. I'd rather just put it on the computer and do it, and then I can upload it overnight, and I don't even have to worry about it. That's what I did the last few days. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll explore mine this coming weekend if I'm not busy with anything. This last weekend I did the caves, and I did some short format on this channel, and then I need to put some long format. I have 2.5 hours roughly of video I got to sort through. There's one that there's a natural slide that my nephew went down, and it's like super steep. It goes, and he did like a roly poly in there. You like caves or mines better? That's a good question. I think caves are safer because they're natural versus a mine is not as safe, I would say, in general because it's man-made. Which one do I like better? I would say probably caves. But mines, they're more prevalent here in Arizona. We got them everywhere, which I've talked about in some of my shorts before. Let's see. Go in the mine with an 8-pound sledgehammer, come out with an 8 chunk of gold. I'd be leaving that sledgehammer, and I'd be like, I'm getting this. It's like, trade an 8-pound sludge for the 8-pound chunk of gold. Good trade. Very good trade. It's not like Tonto. Bad trade. Bad trade. With that pocket watch he traded for his whole colony. Yeah. I trade. See, same weight, no difference. Indiana Jones stuff. Oh yeah, like when he goes into the that one's the Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? When he goes in and he exchanges out the bag of sand for the little idol, and he switches it real quick, and he's just like, okay, it's all good. And while he turns around and walks off, he's like, here's it dropping down, and yeah, darts flying and everything. Yeah. Yep. That big old rock rolling after him. And then he gets out, and the guy's there. Thank you. Does all the hard work, and the other guy gets the prize. Yeah. Yeah, that was one I really enjoyed. Honestly, all of them. I know some people give the newest one bad rap, as well as Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but honestly, I think they're okay. Honestly, the three that came out, that's two, that's three. Obviously the Raiders of the Lost Ark was one of the best ones, and then of course the last one of the three, the Crusaders. That'll make for a good live stream. Oh yeah, if the thing's all like collapsing on me or something. I wish I could do a live in a cave. How do you do that? You can't. There's no signal. Like one of my nephews were like, well, could you put a booster, how a portable booster off a battery pack, and like put the antenna outside and then bring the wire all into the receiver into the cave? That would be cool, but I don't know if it would work. How far down can you go before you lose connection? I don't think at all. Like a lot of the mines where I go, there's not signal up there anyways when you're just on the flat. Same. I'm pretty sure the cave I was in last week that I did the shorts on here, or yeah, last Saturday. There's no single even on the ground. So yeah, no service. You need one of those hotspot. What do you call those? They're the mobile Starlink that people have. That'd be neat. But yet they can control stuff on Mars. I know, right? Mile long Ethernet cable. Yeah, no joke. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's really hard to see where you're at in the Pepper Sauce Canyon. I was there Saturday with the nephews, and you're trying to visualize where you're at on the map that you took a picture of before you went in, and you're like, where in the world is that? Indiana Jerome. There you go. You can't. It's hard to figure out where you're at, and it's been mapped out because they've got the little triangles about this big that are reflective arrows, like a green arrow that points, meaning that's the way out. Um, but some of it's uncharted. Like people will spray on their arrows. To me, which they say don't graffiti the walls. Which there's been people that's graffiti and they'll scrape it off with a wire brush. An arrow to me is not quite graffiti. You're just making sure whoever goes in and out knows where you're going. But you could exchange those out if you wanted to. They said they are asking for volunteers to put the reflector ones on. Scrape off the paint and actually put a reflector one instead. But Indiana Jerome has to stick. Well, thought you're gonna like give it a title, like Indiana Jones, Kingdom of Crystal Skull, Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's Indiana Jerome and the Mine of Doom. Oh wait, that one had a mines in it, didn't it? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Oh wait, wrong hand. This one's got to be the right hand. Yeah. What was that? The middle one. It was the Temple of Doom. That one didn't take off as well, but Papa Peepoos gave him the name. It sounds cool. He did. Well, he wasn't in here yet. I don't know if he has alerts on for me. Otherwise, he might be in here. Indiana Jerome. He might have. I can't remember. If he did, it would have been a while ago. I think it was shortly after that I was in some other mines or caves. I can't remember. Indiana Jerome has a great ring to it. I forget why they called him Indiana. Because he was from Indiana? I can't remember. I've seen a few of those videos, like when he was younger with his dad and getting different historical things. Um, all the way up until he was maybe 16 or 17. Of course, then the one shows him when he's young, and that's when he got the fear of snakes and got that whip when that lion was in the train. That was at Mobile Circus. I forget which one that was. Was that I think that might have been the last one of the three that they did in the 80s and early 90s. Yeah, Jerome and the Lever of the Lost Reich. Lever? Oh, like one of those. The Lever of the Last Reich. You have to have that throat clearing sound. Lost Reich. German. So I got a lot of German in me. So both sides of the family, moms and dads. That's what I have the most of, German. I do have a little bit of Indian in me, by the way. I got Oneida Indian. You ever heard of Oneida Indian? Me neither. It's such a thing. I think they're wiped out by the bigger tribes. J Dog. Ha ha ha. Sideways face. Brookslide's like, what? I never heard of that one. Like the silverware company, Oneida? Yeah. Or they're the ones that take my money from the casinos. The Oneidas? No, they're not around. Oneida is by me. Oh, they're still around? I thought Oneida was wiped out. So yeah, so on my mom's side of the family, I think it is. Or was it my dad's? One of them was married in an Oneida Indian. But I didn't know that they were still around. They have a casino in Wisconsin named that. Oh, really? Well, my mom was from Wisconsin, and I think it's on her side that was the Indian. What's weird is when you look up your genealogy, at least mine, when I looked up the genealogy on 23andMe, which is the one that got sued, I didn't get a dime from that, where they're selling your private information for money. Anyways, it said that there's a certain percent that are just like point something percent. They don't know what it is. And that's probably where that is, the Native American. Yes, sir. Green Bay, Wisconsin is your native land. Yeah, I'm Wapaka. So real close to Green Bay. Like Wapaka's like right here. Of course, this camera's reversed. So it'd be more like right here, Wapaka, and Green Bay is like here, and then here's the bay. I'm reversing it for you. uh, Lock 'em up, Brooke. What? Cause I'm an Indian? Are you sure you want to do that? Got a lot of firepower. The Indian in me is going to be using a lever action on you like they did, or a 45 or something. Cowboy gun. Pew pew. No, the casino by. Oh, they're going to be locking them up. Okay. Boys. Yeah, I did a Twitch stream earlier. I usually just do an hour and see how it goes. It was the best in and out. I should say, like, unique viewers. I think I had the most. I think I've had the most in and out viewers. You don't see that until afterwards. It will see your viewer count on the very top, just kind of like up here on YouTube. It does that. I've only had max was 2, and then a little bit later it dropped to 1, and then 2 again. It's interesting. You don't even have Twitch. Yeah, I didn't either until I did some research. It shows you can do stuff with pew pews, and so I thought I'd give it a try. And it's super easy to go live on it. Rumble's a little bit harder. You have to run it through like a secondary thing. I don't know. I don't even have Twitch. Would probably get to watch you. Got you. Hey, Christopher, what's up, brother? Double tap that screen. You know what to do. 6 people in the chat. Guys, if you're new to the channel, we're new too, by the way. We just started this channel like a week ago. We've had the channel, but not like content on it for years. Yeah, we're an outdoor channel. We're going to go ahead and do hiking stuff on here, mine exploring, cave exploring. We also have some of that on our main channel, which is Desert Armory and More. But that's gun content over there. Over here is all outdoor stuff, hiking, cave exploring. I'll probably post some of my handyman stuff on here. We'll see. But join this channel too. Thanks, Christopher. Hit that like button, homies. Thank you. Double tap in screens. Rooster. Hey, what's up, Rooster? Yeah, I have you subscribed on this side too. I believe so. Rooster Tactical. How are you doing, my brother? J-Dog says, can you get paid right off the bat? No, you have to have at least... I've heard 50 subscribers. Another one said 25. But it's like even easier than YouTube to get monetized. Or do you got a lot of unlocked? No, you don't have to. Like, you have to have at least 3 lives a week and be active with 3 people in the chat, like for a week or 7 days, which is the same amount, I guess. It seems like it's a lot easier. Doing good. How about you? Great. The 24 hours passed for this one to finally be activated, even though I've had over 50 subscribers for 5 days. It took forever to activate it. Subscribe, hit the like button. Thanks, Christopher. I think most of you guys are. I have to make a Twitch account. There you go. That way you can join my lives. I was on there this evening for an hour. Usually I go for about an hour. So, yep. Do you exercise? 80% said yes, and 20% said no. Ooh. And that's only 5 votes. So 2 of you said you don't. Uh-oh. Hey, what's up, Raging Bullets? How you doing, brother? You like, good evening. Yep, appreciate you coming in, buddy. Hopefully I answered that question you had, right? If I'm canceling the other one, the other channel, I'm not. I just have this as a backup for my hiking and outdoor stuff. That way I don't lose that side of it if anything happens to the other channel. Exercise is important. Yes. So, like, I'm a very active person, being which EDC would know this too, being a contractor, a handyman, you're always up and down ladders, stairs, active. And so, like, I don't actually do gym. I don't go out to the gym. Maybe eventually I would, I don't know, but it's usually not the greatest environment either. So I do some exercise at home. I used to be more aggressive with that, like push-ups every day, sit-ups every day, ab roll bar thing, and weights and stuff. I need to get back to some of that. I've really cut back on the soda. Like, I don't stop at convenience stores and get soda anymore. Like, for a while I was getting one like every day, and I was noticing I was less energy, even though that's caffeine, and seemed like I was getting bigger love handles. But I still have a very good core. So yeah, YouTube being a jerk again. Yep. Ask guys if they can do push-ups and they get all offended. Well, probably because they're like afraid to admit that they can't, right? Beyond says, I created a personal channel as well called Hey, It's Roni. For reals? Oh, Ronnie, not Roni. Roni sounds cool too, though. Let me screenshot that. And I think my doggy wants to come in, so let me reverse the camera so you're looking the other way. There we go. We'll just set you right there. I'll be right back. Doggies wants to come in. Come on, Canella. Skittles. 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 Come on, buddy. I don't know where he is. He's probably in the front chilling. All right. My little chair tipped over. Well, it's my buddy's, but all right. What do we got going, guys? 5 people in the chat. Thank you guys for coming by to Jerome's Outdoor Adventures. Skittles in the cave. Did you see that? Yeah, we are actually going up and down, the aluminum ladders that they take the 2 halves and pull them apart, and you could use the halves for their own ladder system. We actually were, there was 2 areas. One went down to a big old water pool. And then the other one was, hey, Canelo, what's up? Say hi. The other one was down to about the other 3/4 of the what do you call it? The cave. Hey, what do you think about my gold-plated pew-pew for a new hobby? You have a gold-plated? I don't know. I think gold-plated stuff I don't really like myself, even though a lot of them back in the old days were, but it actually was brass. They would have brass on stuff. Oh, Canela. Canela. They would be cool, Rooster. I have one that's brass. It's that old little 22, little single shot 22 I have. It's the one inside the gray bin over there. Right there. It's in there. Yep. Anyways, Rooster, is the process similar for like nickel too? Or are you plating it? Oh, would that duh. For new gold. That would be neat. If it's actually real gold, that would be a lot of money. Like nickel too. Yeah, you probably could do nickel. Or like a chrome finish, like a high chrome. Because the nickel of the older guns, I don't know, it just seems like it was more like a leaflet, almost like. Like I have some old revolvers that they're nickel plated and they're all wearing off. Some of them are really bad. But yeah, actually real gold, that'd be pricey. I don't know if I'd want to do that. It'd have to be something that's a good firearm that would not ruin the value by putting gold on it, actually making it go up. That's what I bought, a nickel plating kit later. I'll get into some gold. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir, as Papa Pew Pew says. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing? We got 6 people in the chat and 9 likes. Thank you guys for coming by. Mijor Chris Miote, what's up? Chris Miote. What kind of adventures you got coming up? So this next week, if we're not too busy, we're going to go to some old mines. This week, I'm hoping to go through my 2.5 hours roughly of cave content and shrink it down to like 40 minutes minimum or maximum. Especially when my nephew's sliding down that natural slide and then taking a tumble. How you fellas doing? I'm doing good. Make it into a series. Yeah, I could. Yeah, something of the sort. I can't do it every weekend. I know that for a fact. Welcome to the chat, Chris. Appreciate you. And as you know, this is our first live here. Appreciate y'all coming in. Good support from all the brothers. Appreciate you. I don't think I've had anybody random pop in yet. Like from that aren't from other channel. I think all of you would, because Rooster recently I subscribed to him. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I wasn't. I was going through someone else's channel, and when I was monetized, when you're monetized, or not monetized, when you're a, what do you call it? When you're a mod, you can click on the person's channel and get to them very easily. And so I realized I wasn't subscribed to Rooster on my other account. I might be on this one, I'm not sure. Or not. Thank you for the sub, man. Yeah, I can't remember if I am on this one, but at the I think it was my other one. I was like, I didn't realize I wasn't. Yeah, I got the notification. Wanted to jump in and support. Thanks. So, when did you get the notification, Chris? Just curious, because I've been on 35 minutes. Another thing I noticed too that I don't remember when I went live last time, they are restricting how many people can be in here at once. I took a screenshot of it. Until you have 1,000 subscribers. I'm like, what? That was not on there before. If you have, the only thing they're allowing you to have is your subscribers are allowed to come in, up to only 25 extra. And I'm like, when did that happen? No wonder we're getting restricted. Because we would have more than 1,000 though. We have more than 1,000 people. But yeah, that's what it showed. I took a screenshot of it. I'm gonna put it on like a group chat, see if anybody else has seen that. And it says, oh, you can learn more, but they're restricting how many people can be on smaller channels. Yeah, right. And I did not know that. I was like, okay, at least looks like that's what I'm reading. They allow all your subscribers plus 25 more people until you get over 1,000 subscribers. But that wasn't like it when I started back in July on the other one. I don't think so. I don't remember this weird window that popped up and said that. Anyways. Let's see here. Yeah, I got the notifications. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, when did you get the notifications, Chris? Because, yeah, I've been on 36 minutes now, almost 37. But maybe it took you that long. Seriously, that's counterproductive. I know, right? I'll have to look at it again, but since I screenshot, I'll be able to look at it more in depth. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. And it said learn more, and it was highlighted in blue, so you can go to like a web page that shows more what they mean. But yeah, I'm hoping to go some mine exploring. Possibly that mine I went with that was near when I was hunting. There's a couple of them over there. I just got the notification like 5 minutes ago. Well, that took a while because that means I was on already 30 minutes. So 25 non-subscribers is the max in the chat. Currently, that's what it looked like it was saying until you hit 1,000 subscribers. Then it unlocks something. So it's something new that they're doing for small content creators. It's like, well, that's just hurting us. Jumped in maybe a minute after that. Okay. Canela hit. Oh, it was that. Yeah, that to me, that's just hurting us. We're not getting anywhere then. If you want us to get monetized more quickly, that would have never happened on my other channel then. But if you want us to get monetized more quickly, that way you make your money faster, YouTube, you'd think they wouldn't care. I guess it's some new thing they have for new channels, but maybe they're trying to limit AI style channels. Possibly, which I have seen those, or the ones where they just keep repeating the question. Like I saw one the other day, it said, how many watermelons are there? And it's just a guy's voice that he recorded that every 5 minutes it is in a loop or something like that. It's my personal channel from Raging Bullets and Beyond. Okay. Let me screenshot that. Thanks for coming in with that one. Let me see, I'll screenshot that one. I should come in with my other one, right? The one on my tablet. I think my tablet is in my room. Oh no, it's right there. Let me switch the camera real quick. Oh, just a tablet, YouTube, just a tablet. I've seen that too. Oh, that one with the watermelon? Yeah, it's dumb. I was like, I know what the answer is. I kept saying it, and he wouldn't even read it. He would just say, well, there's some people in the chat that are right. There's some people in the chat that are right. And it's like, okay. Shirts looks great. Oh, thank you. Yeah. How does that look? And there was a great scary bear. We should shut the lights off, right? Yeah, watch this. Time for scary, spooky stories with Jerome's Outdoor Adventures. That looks cool. What was your scariest experience when you were growing up? Ooh. This is how we should do all these They look crazy. It makes me look like an old guy, though. Right? Scary. There we go. Is that better? You guys all not scared anymore? A couple of you left. Spooky Indiana Jerome. Yep. All right, let's see if I can find, what was I looking for? I'm trying to remember now. Let's turn my brightness down. This thing's way too bright. Oh, I was going to hop on the channel. Duh. Ding dong. Are you afraid of the dark? Old show? Old show or old man? I used to be. I'm not really. I mean, if I hear some spooky noise or something, I love the hat. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is one of the giveaway ones. Of course, this is my personal one. Someone said they wanted to have this one so they can clone me. I think it was Zeus. I have 5 that are like this. All right, let's see if I can find my other channel, which is the one we're doing this live on. Switch accounts, which I have 68 subscribers. It was 69. What happened? Oh, there's only 3 people on now. What happened? Welcome to YouTube Studios. I already been on here. No, I don't need to know about settings. We already been there. Actually, no, I do need to go on the other one. My main one. That sounds like Zaus. Yeah. Hey, him and I were talking quite a bit today on Discord. There's still like 5 messages I still need to listen of his. Let's see here. Jerome's Outdoor Adventures. There we go. Says I'm doing a live right now. See if it works. Had Discord, couldn't understand it. Says I'm doing a live right now. See if it works. It's a little behind. Had Discord, couldn't understand it. See if it works. It's a little behind. Had Discord, couldn't understand it. Do you exercise? Yes. Let's see if it changes that. It's a little behind. Had Discord. Yep, it went up. Can you put a thumbs up? Let's see if that goes up. It's a little behind. Discord. Yep, it went up. Huh? It's accurate now. It's getting some feedback though. It has 11, and this has 11. Huh? It's accurate now. It's getting some feedback though. It has. All right, I'm gonna have to shut it off because otherwise it's just being funny. I had a Discord trying to understand it. I have Discord. I am part of Brothers with Blinkies, I think, as well as Zaus is on there. And then the Glock Boy, I think. I think he has one that I'm with. Something like that. Let's see here. 8 people voted. 75% said they do exercise. 25 said no. And that includes myself. I voted on myself there because I voted real quick over there and gave us a thumbs up. It said 11 over there and it says 11 here, so it's being more accurate now. It used to be about 1 behind for some reason. Yeah, I don't know about Discord. It kind of seems strange, yeah. Gotta go, folks. Hope to see more of you here, Jerome. Yes, yeah, this is going to be like more low-key. No, nothing, like very minimum of firearms. That's not what this channel's for, so. Appreciate you coming by, Chris. Let's see here. 5 in the chat. Thank you for coming by, guys. If you're new to the channel, appreciate you coming to Jerome's Outdoor Adventures. We do cave exploring, mine exploring. We just started this channel, so there's not a lot of content on it right now. I have a big channel called Desert Armory and More that has gun content. If you want to see that stuff, head over there. If you want to see outdoor stuff, I have some of that on there. I'm going to be transferring a lot of that over to here and a lot more new content that'll just be outdoor stuff, as in hiking, cave exploring, mine exploring, outdoor stuff. Yeah. That's the way my personal channel is, just me being me. Yeah. That's what this is going to be, just us being us, me being me. Now it says 2. It went up to 6 for a little bit, or 7. Yep, just me being me. Jerome being Jerome. I mean, I'm always myself. At least I try to be. Why beat around the bush? Why tell something that you're not? You're only going to hurt people. Tell it for how it is, so that you don't hurt someone later. Do you have to worry about snakes a lot while cave and mining exploring? So I've only came across one snake Probably it was during dove season, September. I think it was maybe September 4th, September 3rd. I went hunting for dove. That's weird. It doesn't show anybody in here, but I know there's people in here. And at the same time, I couldn't find any doves, so I was exploring some mines out in the desert. And one of them that I dropped down in, when I dropped down in, the little rocks that fell down woke them up. And so I was about to enter into this cave that went in like this. It was a pit, but then went in. All of a sudden, heard, and yeah, I did a short of that. I said something about big surprise when I entered the mine or something like that. So I didn't go any deeper. I don't know how he would get out of there, honestly, because the hole was like 10 feet deep, probably. Got to go work on an edit for this weekend. Thanks, Roni. I guess that's, what's his name, though? Who is that guy? Was that Beyond? That was Beyond Bullets. Yeah, there's only one time I came across a rattlesnake in a mine. Hiking, not recently. Years ago, we were hiking Vulture Peak over by Wickenburg, Arizona. It's near Vulture Mine. We were hiking in the evening, night, with flashlights, and we came across 2 rattlesnakes. One was, I found, it was like a reddish color Mojave, and then we came across a greenish color Mojave, which is their normal color. Good thing rattlers warn you. Yeah, that's true. Versus cottonmouths, they don't. Or water moccasins, same thing, aren't they? Same with copperheads. Don't copperheads? They don't have rattlers either, I don't think. Which we don't have those over here. There's 15 species of rattlesnakes, if I recall, and Arizona has 13 of them. One of them is the eastern diamondback, or eastern rattlesnake. We don't have that one. And there's one other we don't have. I don't know if it's the timber rattler, maybe. I don't know, but Arizona has 13 of the 15 species of rattlesnakes in one state. Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty sure copperheads don't have rattlers. And I know cottonmouths and water moccasins, which are the same thing, don't have those. At least I've been told they're the same thing. Cottonmouth and a water moccasin. That's what my grandpa always said. He was a cotton picker. He picked cotton by hand in Texas when he was growing up. And he said you had to watch out for those cottonmouths because they would leave their mouth open. It looked like a cotton ball, like what you're going to pick. And then a rabbit or something would come by, or who knows what, thinking it's a cotton ball, and then this snake would, yep. We don't have much for venomous snakes. I guess small section of the state has like 2, one being a timber rattler. Yeah. But they have the eastern diamondback, I think they're called. That must be the other one, because those are the 2 we don't. I know we don't have the eastern rattlesnake. The timber rattlers, probably we might have some of those. There's a couple different species of rattlers. But yeah, like I said, there's 2 of them we do not have, but the other 13 we do. It's crazy. It's a big state, but one state having 13 of the 15 species, yeah. Are you the only one on here now, Brooke? It only shows one person, but earlier it showed 0, and I knew some of you were on here, so. Let's see here. I really would like to go to Ketchner's Caverns, but unfortunately you can't take pictures in there, so got to scratch that because I need that for the content. Colossal Cave you can, but I can't bring Skittles. So it'd be one of those days I'll just have to tell Skittles, sorry you can't come. But that costs $60 for the bigger tour. I'm here watching on my TV. Oh, in your garage? There you go. So I'd love, yeah, it only shows one person in here. I would like to go to Ketchner's. I'm trying to think of any other caves around here other than the one by me that I've been to twice already. I do want to explore it some more. Coronado, there's 2 branches that I want to go deeper in, that I have to dig out the one a little bit. Skittles was a little scared in there because it's pretty small and tight, and you got to crawl. At least I have to crawl on my hands and knees. Let's see, I'm not sure, but somebody is probably lurking. Yeah, possibly. Let's see. EDC, you're over there in Texas, right? What's the difference of a water moccasin and a cottonmouth? Aren't they the same thing? Man cave, working out and watching the streams. There you go. Yeah, you have some weight lifts in there, don't you? Weight thingies. But yeah, isn't a cottonmouth the same as a water moccasin? EDC? I thought so anyways. That's what my grandpa used to tell me. Suppose you have those over there. I think you're in Texas. Because it used to be in Cali, if I recall. Hey, what's up, Kentucky? There's the other guy. How you doing? Did you just get a notification now? Chris got one like 30 minutes after I started, and if you just got it in, that's 50 minutes after I started. Brookside said I thought so. Yeah, EDC might have been lurking. I'm not sure. Got 5 in here now. Guys, if you're new to the channel, we do outdoor exploring, caves, mines. We just started this channel up, so we don't have a lot of content yet. We do have a lot more to put on. If you want to visit my other channel that has this type of stuff on it, that's at Desert Armory and More. Notifications just refreshed the feed and you came up. Gotcha, mate. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate you coming by to the channel, mate. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. I don't know. We got cottonmouths here, though. Yeah. Yeah, I heard water moccasins were the same thing. I know why cottonmouths have their name, but I don't know why they're called a water moccasin as well, because they like water, I guess. Just reselected the all notifications. Okay, reselected. YouTube already messing with my channel? What the world? Who? Yeah, they already are. They got me already one time on this saying I was copyrighted when I used their content. I think it could have had all this background noise. They didn't know what was happening. And they said it was some song that I didn't even select. Do y'all get scorpions? Yeah, we got scorpions. We got lots of scorpions here in Arizona. I don't know if you know this or not, but have you seen a black lights? You probably have. They're like that purple color. If you shine them on a scorpion, they'll glow like a fluorescent green. Supposedly rattlesnakes do too. I've never tried that on a rattlesnake though. But I've tried it on many, many scorpions. If you want to go out in the summer and collect scorpions, bring yourself a black light. You'll find them. Is Rumble not a great platform too? No, it's supposed to be Kentucky. It's just slow to take off. It's probably just as slow as Twitch or maybe even slower. I don't know. Once, if YouTube says no more, which since they already are throttling us, they need to just tell us if they don't like this stuff or not. But once YouTube says no more pew-pews, Rumble's going to take off, Twitch is going to take off, and probably any others that, like even paid format, like Pepperbox. Those things give me the heebie-jeebies. They're okay. I used to pick them up all the time, and they wouldn't sting you. You just gotta grab them right. Same with tarantulas. That's pretty cool. But the nice about, what do you call it? Twitch is you can touch stuff. Excuse me. My aunt lives in East Texas, and they check their boots every morning for scorpions because it's bad there. She's near Tyler. Okay. Oh, I should tell, ooh, can I message him off of this? Let me see. Sorry, guys. I'm messaging a friend right now. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's see. I don't think there's any more I can do on that one. Okay. They ain't the brown ones y'all have in the Southwest. The sting sucks. So we have 2 different scorpions here that are main ones that you'd see more often. We have actually more than just 2 scorpion breeds because we have whiptail scorpions. We have these other black ones that look similar to a regular scorpion. Those ones aren't as common, the whiptail or the black ones. The common ones are the really big ones that'll get like this big and like the tails are this high. Those are called like the night crawlers. They're about this wide. They're pinchers, about 2 inches wide. Now, those ones aren't quite as venomous. What you got to be a little more careful about, especially with children, is the bark scorpions. The biggest they get is maybe about 2.5 inches by their tail, about yay high, about an 1.5 inch, 1.25 tall. And their pinchers are about an inch apart, maybe. They are more venomous. I have been stung by one of those twice. One time I was cutting firewood, and when I came inside, one got up my pant leg and got me, and my leg on that side of my body, I believe it was my right knee, all the way down my right side got all tingling and numb for like half a day. And then another time is when I was working at a cattle ranch. I was working with railroad ties, moving them around and stuff. When I used to work at a grass-fed beef cattle ranch, and one went up my pant leg and got me too, if I recall. They aren't the brown ones y'all have in the Southwest, but the sting sucks. Okay. Is it quite a bit worse than a bee sting? Yes, yes. Unless you're deathly allergic to bee stings. I used to be more allergic than I am now. There was one time I got stung on my neck and it closed my neck all up real fat. I could breathe, but it was definitely hard. Um, but I know I'm not as bad as I used to. I used to be very allergic to ants too. Like one time I got stung pretty bad on my one foot with some ants, and my foot swelled up or was swollen enough that I couldn't put a shoe on. So when we went to church, I just put a sock on that foot and walked around with one church shoe on. I was probably 4, 5 max. It's quite a bit. Okay, Kentucky says my little cousin put his Coke on the ground and came back to drink it. Got a mouthful of fire ants. Ooh, yeah, yeah. They probably like the sugary stuff. Let's see if what's his name comes on. FAL man. I told him I was alive over here. Let's see here if I can respond back anymore. I don't think I can. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. I actually signed off there for a little bit. You okay? I've taken a few drinks of Yellow Jackets. Oh, okay. Got to get an adrenaline for that. Yes, some you do. An EpiPen, yeah. There was one time I got stung in Texas when I was dating a girl and I was visiting her down there. I was using a bulldozer, a Komatsu that was about the size of a D6, roughly. And I bumped a tree when I was knocking out some other trees around it that had a nest in it full of Africanized honeybees, or maybe they were killer bees. I don't know. They attacked me, and I'm pretty sure it was 30 stings. And I'm glad I wasn't allergic to bees as much as I was when I was little. 30 stings all over me. They went through my shirt, through my pants. I ripped my shirt off and was going like this with it, swirling it, chasing them off. And there was these 2 Mexicans that were doing fence repair, and they were all laughing and jabbering off in Spanish about this crazy guy. Probably, I don't know. At that time, I barely knew any Spanish. It was before I went to Honduras, and went to Spanish school and lived in Honduras for a year and 7 months there. But I was running around like a madman. I took my shirt off, swinging around the air. I'd run, stop, and drop, run, stop, and drop, because I've heard that's what's good. Anyways, it was hilarious. These 2 Mexicans that were doing fence repair were just laughing at me. I wish I knew Spanish at that time. I would have loved to hear what they were saying, but probably saying like, Esta gringo es loco, or something like that. I don't know. But I would have known that one if they were saying that. Anyways. And then hornets. The last time I got stung by a hornet was I was working on a greenhouse in Cali. And I told the hornets, because there's a little nest in there, hey, if you don't mess with me, I'm not going to mess with you, you know? And one of them decided he wanted to mess with me and got my ear. It swelled up my ear real big and then swelled it up inside, so I couldn't hear right. My equilibrium was a little off. Yeah, it wasn't nice. I lived near Wichita Falls for a few years, and they have a tarantula problem. I love tarantulas. They're not dangerous to humans. We saw hundreds of them moving across the field, and we left very quickly. No, tarantulas are nice. I've picked them up many a times. So my dad used to collect tarantulas for money. Years ago, when he was about 16, 17, he would collect tarantulas for the U of A in Tucson, Arizona. And so he would take his little motorbike through the deserts of Arizona, where they lived down south off of I-19 near Green Valley. And he would get these glass jars and put them in the glass jars and collect them, and then later on come by and pick up all the jars. Well, one time when he was doing that, what you do is you pour water down their hole, and it makes them think it's raining. And so they'll pop out and hurry up and cover up their hole and then hop back in somehow, so their hole doesn't get drowned. So that's how you get them out. You make it seem like it's raining. So one time, there was one right there at the entrance of the hole, and my dad's like, I get $1 a piece for these thingies. I want that thing. So he reached in there to get it, and it grabbed him with his 2 little things, but its little fangs. But anyways, my dad got $1 a piece for these tarantulas. And he actually used that money to buy a guitar. They went to some pawn shop or music shop years ago, my dad and his dad. And my dad loved guitar. He had at that time, I think he had just a normal acoustic, I believe. And he saw this 12-string guitar hanging on the wall. And my dad's like, hey, he's talking to my grandpa at the time. Of course, it's his dad. Hey, I really would like to buy that. Can I borrow? I think it was $300. Can I borrow $300 from you? Because I want that guitar. And grandpa's like, it was his dad. He's like, how are you going to pay me back? He's like, I've been collecting these tarantulas, and I get $1 a piece and donate them to the University of Arizona. And he's like, you're not going to get 300 of them, but he's like, no, I'll get it. I'll get it. So it's pretty neat. Like my dad actually collected over 300 something tarantulas, and each time he would drop them off at the University of Arizona, there was like he'd drop them off from his jars to their jars, which they would never allow this nowadays. This was in the 70s and 80s. They drop them off, and these young girls were like chasing after these spiders and all scared and squeamish. It was interesting. But Brookside says, do y'all got to worry about ticks over there? No. Like even our dogs, like ear ticks or something like that, not really. Sometimes you'll get chiggers. You hop out on the side of the road and you'll get chiggers. Funtucky says, I wouldn't care if there was a couple of them, but I drew the line at 100. So you thought maybe you were in the Temple of Doom with all the spiders in there and bugs? Maybe that also is in the other one. Kingdom of the Lost Skull, I think. Crystal Skull. Hey, what's up? I don't know. He's like, what's up, man? I appreciate you coming on. Did you just get the notification now? If so, we've been on an hour already and you just got it. One person, it took them 30 minutes before they got the notification. Interesting. Appreciate you coming by. I don't know. You were on my Twitch last night. I appreciate that. I think it was last night, night before. I forget. No, Saturday night I didn't do it. No, I just opened YouTube, didn't get a notification. Okay. Like somebody said they had to return theirs on, meaning they had it on, they took it off already. Yeah, you were on Twitch a couple nights ago. I don't know if that was last night or the first one. I did one this evening, so that would have been my third or fourth one. My throat's getting kind of sore. Need to get something to drink. Let's see here. I think we got max people in here at once, maybe 7, 8. I can't remember. I don't think it got to 9 yet. Right now we got 5. So yeah, if you're new, appreciate you coming by, guys. We talk about all sorts of outdoor stuff on this channel. We just started it. We're going to talk about, we've been posting some videos about, what do you call it? Mine exploring, cave exploring, and hiking. Not gonna lie, I like that you could touch them. Yes, yeah, that's what's nice about Twitch, as well as there's another one you can too that I don't have enough followers yet. It might be Instagram, I'm not sure, but I have joined. What's his name? One time by accident, the other time on purpose. Ammo Alchemist. I've joined him and on his lives, and you're able to on there too. I think it was IG. Yeah, I don't know how long that's going to stay. I don't know. Mr. IDK. Yeah. Because if they don't like it or someone does something they shouldn't, like they did on YouTube, and make everybody suffer from it, yeah, not very nice. Here, I'm going to reverse the cameras here. I got to get a drink. All right, we're back. Bought 150 rounds of 9. 25 early day on sale. Merry Christmas, Marie. Okay. What would that be per round? Wow, that's pretty cheap. What would that be per round? Because I bought 1,000 for once I do the mail-in rebate, which I have to put every little sticker into a little container and ship it to them. I'll get them for $8.49 a box of 50, which puts it at, what is that? I got a calculator on here, on the tablet here. Let me see what that put it at. Let's open this calculator. Let's see here. So I got it for $8.49 divided by 50. So I got them for 16.98 cents a piece is what I got them for. You got it for, where'd you get them for that price anyways? That sounds really, really cheap. 150. You got them for 16.6, so just a little cheaper than I did. Well, if you're counting tax, but yeah, 25 divided by 150 is 16.6. 666666667 Dunhams. There you go. No affiliation of them, by the way, YouTube. We don't even have those over here. Those are in PA. I've been to one of them. My brother in PA's to one of those. Yeah, I got them for 16.9, so I got them a little bit more than you. Had a coupon that accepted. Oh, that helps. Yeah, this was after mail and rebate, so I actually got them for, I think they were $9.50 divided by 1,000. Well, it's $9.50. Sorry, divided by 50. I got them for 19 cents a piece, but after the mail and rebate, they'll be 16.9, so 17. Let's see if I can get a hold of my buddy here. It'll help. Yep, it helped. Let's see here. Where is he at? I gotta find him. Hey, where's Utah Dad? What does he want? Oh, that was that. Down that little thing he had. Is the Desert Army and War channel ever coming back? Yes, it will. I had an alert today when I was on my channel that said I have one more day. Shoots are awesome, bro. Thank you. Yes, so those, I'm trying to decide what's going to be a bigger banger, either the hats or the t-shirts, and whatever one is, I'm going to make those members only can get those as a giveaway. The stickers are going to be everybody, and either the hats or the shirts are going to be everybody. But one of them is going to be members only, and then the other one, members will be able to have more votes. Let's see, we still go live on this channel too. Yes, probably. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. I'm trying to decide, and I need to figure out how and where I'm gonna put the hats and the t-shirts on the channel. Somehow I need to figure out how to do a shopping thing for that stuff. I think you can. I have it set up to do. I just need to find a good site to do it. Get a domain. It looks like Shopify is one of the best ones to do it on. Let's see here. Let me see here. Hey, FAL man, did you find me yet? I'm still on. We've been on for an hour and 8 minutes right now. It's not giving me anything. So you need to type in exactly how I have it there. At Jerome's, no apostrophe, Outdoor Adventures. Exactly how it typed. Otherwise it won't come in. Since it's a new channel, they won't push it. All right, sorry. He was wondering if I was, let's see here. If I was still coming. Or if he was still coming. Because he couldn't find me. Which, yeah, that's true right now because the new channel, YouTube isn't going to push it. I'm a little surprised that you can't share this directly to Instagram. Can't to Facebook. But not. Oh, you're saying like linked accounts? Is that what you're meaning? Because I know Twitch has that, where you can link accounts. The problem is make sure you don't have YouTube linked when you're touching the stuff, because then they're gonna have a fit over that. Unless it automatically makes it as a, I don't think that would work. I don't think it still would work. Anywho, yeah. I still didn't drink anything. Good old apple juice. Well, Facebook lets you post things with guns. Whoops. The thing had a bend in it and it shot some of it on the floor. That's not good. It's going to get sticky. Facebook has a spot where you can you can post gun content, but I don't think you can touch anything over there. Or do lives and guns. Let me clean up this spilled juice. Skittles in here. Oh, gotta wipe up this before it gets sticky. Don't want to get apple juice sticky in the middle of the floor, right, folks? That would be a little messed up. All right, sorry about that, guys. Hey, what's up, Tactical? There he is. Hey, what's up, brother? Guys, that is the FAL man. His channel name is Tactical Defense Arms 9. That's his actual. I'm glad you found me. Thank you. I don't know if you saw the response. I responded on my tablet that I have beside me here. Click share to try to get some more people in here, but I can't directly share to Instagram. Oh, so you'd have to select my channel name and then send it out accordingly into your groups. Okay, gotcha. Loving this new channel. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's mostly, just to talk about everything. Well, other than that type of content we're saving for the other channel. We have brushed it lightly, but that is going to be stayed out of the channel as much as possible, other than if we're talking about hunting or something like that, or a purchase somebody made. But yeah, yes, it did. Thank you for helping. Yeah, you're welcome. Right now, like if you type in not specifically, it'll pop up with my other channel. At least that's what someone else was saying. Until I'm established more. Let's see here. Let's get you to 1,000K subscribers. That'd be nice. Or 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, absolutely. That's great. Yeah. So like, I have some short formats that I did of the cave exploring on Saturday with the nephews. I still have about 2.5 hours of video to go through to shrink down to about 30 to 40 minutes long to figure out which ones I want to put it for that. I want to transfer some of my videos of the outdoor content on the other one. I want some of that stuff I want to put on here, the long format stuff. And maybe some of the shorts, possibly. We'll see. We'll have to figure out how to do that. Some of the stuff I can just transfer back to this phone and then do it. The shorts I'd be able to. But the long formats, it'd just be better to post it from the other one. Yep, the fun begins with edits. Yeah. I'm still learning how to use my cut cap or cap cut, wherever it's called. I bought a year subscription, but they're still charging me, at least they did once so far, as a monthly subscription. And I told them, I messaged them and said, hey, I purchased a year subscription, and when I click on the receipt to prove it, the website it doesn't come up. It comes with an error. So I'm like, that's crazy. I subbed really. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me see here. I don't think I'm subbed to you on this one. Everybody else that was in here, I was. Let's see here. Make you a moderator, bud. How's your channel been doing? Have they been giving you grief still? And then there's this one channel that I've watched that shows the algorithm change that YouTube has done, how they're using Gemini instead of other AI. And because of that, which they've done recently, that's one reason why everybody's channels, especially religious and 2A, which they're doing that for multiple reasons, because they don't like it, as well as because the algorithms have changed. The way they run the algorithms now is different. As well as new live people like me. When I first started this live, this is the first live in this channel, it popped up and said that the only people that can come on is all my subscribers and only 25 random people. At least that's what it sounded like. Different wording. It's like, well, how would you ever get your hours in the sooner you're monetized, the more YouTube gets, right? So I screenshot it. I need to see exactly what they're saying, but that's what it looked like. Let's see. Kentucky says I currently watching the training videos for DaVinci, and they teach you everything. Download the free version. I'm going to clip a video tomorrow to copy upload to the next few days. DaVinci training videos for DaVinci. What you mean? What's that? I mean, I know what DaVinci Code is, or DaVinci the person. He was like a artist, doctor, scientist in the old days. Training videos for DaVinci. And they teach you everything. Why does it almost ring a bell, though? Like there's a channel called DaVinci or something. I'm not sure. DaVinci Resolve for making videos and edits. Oh, is it a editing program? Or it's a video that shows you how to do that stuff? I don't remember what this channel was that I was on. I sent some of the video clips to Papa Pew Pews on how to help with the new algorithms. And Pistol Politics, he was on my Twitch for just a little bit towards the end. And then I need to send it to, I don't know if it has his Instagram though. The Arms Room 24 and some other guys. I need to send it to the clip. Just, it kind of gives a little bit of idea how you can give your channel hopefully a little boost. It's where you make like a channel, almost like a channel trailer, how it explains what your channel does, so that the AI knows you're not an AI channel. They know you're human. He says yes, and let's see here. And on their site, they have training videos that you can watch to learn how to master the program. There you go. You just have to make sure you only sign up for the free version. Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I guess I could send you the link as well, Tactical. Papa Pew Pews actually did a little test on it. He said, hey, Jerome sent me this video. I changed some stuff. Let's see if it's going to help. He said it worked a little bit. Okay, let me see. I don't know if I have the link on my tablet here, because I have your Instagram opened up right here. Tactical. Let's see if I can find past history of what I watched on that channel. I don't know where you find that. Recently uploaded, watched. There we go. Recently uploaded. No. Oh, that's in my channel. No wonder. What I was searching up. Yeah, it would be great. Yeah, let me see if I can find my past videos I watched on my tablet. I don't know how to do that because it's not through the app. It's on the website. Here's my subscriptions, my homes, my shorts. History. There we go. I only use the website of it, the studio side, on my tablet for just, looking at schematics and whatnot. Here's my shorts history. Where's the video history? Here we go. That's not, those are lives. I'm trying to see if I can get the clip for you and then send it over. All right, here we go. YouTube new AI algorithm just changed. This was posted. Let's see if I can share this to you, buddy. Share. There we go. Let's see here. Where's Instagram? Hey, whoa. What's going on here? Copy. There we go. I can send the link over to you, brother. There we go. It's called YouTube Has Changed. YouTube's new AI algorithm just changed everything you do. Everything. Do this now. His channel's called Daniel something. Where's that at? Daniel Y. He has all sorts of good content of how to help your channel grow in a good way. He also offers training and stuff too for a price. But he's not like pushy over it. He's not like gotta do it, gotta subscribe. He was like, hey, if you would like personal training, I have that option. And I also use this tool called Nexus if you want to use that to help you out, and it's so much a month. Anyways, The fact we have to convince people that we are the humans is crazy. I know, right? I know. Well, I don't think it's people. It's convincing AI that you're not a bot account that's just spitting out figures and pictures and stuff. Excuse me. To get subscribers for doing no work. I've come across a few of those. Um, what I don't like is that whole rigmarole that's happening with my other channel right now. After manually going through it, they still say that I was selling those. Yeah, when nothing's for sale. Personal collection and all that. That's what I've told them. I said, hey, this is a highlight you selected for me, YouTube suggested, and this same section is in this video at this timestamp, and you allowed that to stay, but not this. No, they treat you like second class. Oh, worse than that. Yeah, they're wolves. Yeah, and they're not even sheep's clothing. They're not like the Bible talks about people being wolves in sheep's clothing, so they look like they're sheep, but they're actually a wolf. No, they're you can tell they're a wolf. They don't care. They're baring their teeth. Yeah. Yep. I just sent you that link, by the way, Tactical. Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah, they are plain sight now. Yep, they're in plain sight. AI plain sight. Gemini is what they're using now. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little scary sounding. He even mentions that. He said some of it's like scary how what they're doing and what they're using. He said it could be for the benefit, it could not be. Thank you, my friend. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I sent it to Pop Pew Pews. I sent it to Pistol Politics. I just sent it to you. I'm going to send it to a couple other people, and hopefully it'll help. It's where you put like a little trailer short. You create a short. At least that's what I had to do. Create a short because you use a video from your feed as your trailer. So what you do, at least what I did, is what it sounds like you do, is you do a short within 60 seconds to 3 minutes of explaining what your channel is, what it does. I think mine's like 59 or 57 seconds, so maybe it's a little short. For this channel, I did one. My other one I can't yet because I can't post anything currently, so. Gemini sucks. I have it on my phone and it messes up all the time. It really understands even clear commands. Well, that's how it was for me with I had Chat GPT for just a teeny bit. I asked it if it could generate some logos for me. They took 5 hours and they still didn't give me anything. So I was like, well, I'm going to try the other one, which might have been Gemini. It might be the other one. Android phones kind of has two of them. They have Gemini, which is the newer one. They have another one that's AI imaging something. Let's see, Tactical says, yep, I did that as well. Oh, as in the trailer? You actually created one of those already? Because that's one of the suggestions they said that can help with your algorithms. Because if you set that as your trailer, then Gemini knows that's the main content. They'll use that as a timestamp to know what and how to push the content that you are creating. So you kind of go over all your things that you want to do for your channel. And you can change that. You can change that trailer anytime you want. You can make it longer, shorter, change the format. So if you end up adding something to your channel that you didn't before or something. But that's the first time I've done that. Like, I couldn't figure out how to do it at first. On my tablet, it was different than Papa Pew Pews was telling me. I mean, I can explain it right now if you want to know how to do it. Like for EDC, do you want to know how to do that? Love Gemini, it's the greatest creation in the world. Yeah, I know, right? So what I do is I go into my studios on my tablet. That way you can do like a browser view of it. And then you go to, like, here's my studio right here. Of course, it's backwards. For me, I had to go in those 3 bars right there. If you go in those 3 bars, click on that. And then you click on customization right there, where that little wand looking stick is. You click on that. After you're to there, you click on Home tab. Right there, Home tab. But to see it on a tablet, then you got to flip it sideways because you can't see what you're doing. And then on Home tab, you have to click right there, add section. But you have to turn it on first too. There's a little switch right there. You got to turn it on, then add section. And that's where you put your short, where it says channel trailer right there. Sorry, it's kind of awkward because of the direction of everything. It's reversed. You got to turn it on, which is that slide thing underneath this, and then channel trailer, and that's where you create it. It picks from videos you have in your channel, but I can't do that right now because I don't have one that's actually like that. So let me go over that one more time. You go to your 3 lines in your studio right there, at least for my tablet. Scroll down to where it says customize with the little wand. Right there with the little wand. Click on that. It takes you to this page, channel customization. Touch Home tab. And then that little slider, you have to push it to turn it on. So you push that little slider. Now it makes this so it's not shaded out. And you click there, and then up on top it says channel trailer. That's just for everybody to show what your channel is about. Let's see here. I had to kind of look around for it a little bit. It was a little bit different on mine versus what Papa Pew Pew's was. His was somewhere else. But I was able to find it. And then you add it, and then you publish it. And it puts it as a short, as well as a separate short that's on your home page that's always pinned. That way, AI knows exactly what you're doing. Anyways, hopefully that helped. That, I'll see if it helps this channel. I have it on this one currently because I was able to post. But this one I can't post until probably another 24 hours roughly. Unfortunately, at least that's what they told me. Today it said, you have one more day left. Let me see if I go to... oops, wrong one. If I go to my channel analytics... no, that's not the one I'm looking at. Somewhere it says it. Dashboard. This is what I'm looking for. So when I click on that says one of 3 community guideline strikes, there's still 1 day left in your penalty period. Until then, you won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream. So the offense was on the 9th. Let's see here. Anyways, we got 1 more day, it says. Bummer. Got to be very careful when we get back on. Till March. Till March is when they're going to drop it all. If I offend it 2 more times, they have the ability to give me another strike, and then my channel's done for. Yeah. It's scary because you have all the proof you did nothing. They don't care. It's like, doesn't matter what you say. You're not going to persuade them. Another channel also said you need to contact them YouTube team on Twitter, which now is X, and you could contact them that way. That we actually talk to a person directly. I have some of it on email, but I think some of it's still AI. He even admitted on one of the videos that it helps a little bit, but what's the best is just doing it straight to YouTube Teams or something like that on X. Measure X. Anyway, time for another drink of apple juice.
Apple juice. Would you like some apple juice? I would like some apple juice too.
Yeah, so screwed, man. And they just keep tightening their grip on 2A community. I know. And religious channels have dropped about half their views. 2A content have dropped to a quarter or less. Yeah. It's sad because that is infringing on our religious rights, which is our First Amendment, and our 2A rights, which is our Second Amendment. Yeah, that's what 2A stands for. I mentioned that to them a couple times in the email. I'm like, this makes no sense. I live in this United States of America. This is going against my constitutional rights. I know you have guidelines, but I didn't violate any of them, and I have proof, and you're still calling me guilty. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I said you're going against my First Amendment and my Second. Now, if you don't want it in certain countries, just limit it to the countries that are allowed to have it then. Just like some of my stuff will say limited view, and you look in the details and it says it can't be shown in Russia. I'm like, okay. I mean, sure, I'll miss people over there and all their views. Most of it has to do with that video, the shorts I've done with the song Big Iron. When I have a big old revolver and I have the video playing called Big Iron, it doesn't let that go through in Russia. One time it did, the other two it didn't. It said it wouldn't work in Russia. I'm like, okay, whatever. Just Russia, that's all. Yeah, they turn you into criminals somehow. I know, right? And you've done nothing. Like one of the channels I was on, he said he had 15 to 20 strikes. And all of them he was able to re-appeal but one. That sounds like some good odds. And he never had his channel taken down. But he had 15 to 20 strikes. It would be nice if someone on the bigger gun channel would stand up for smaller streamers like Pew Pew View or Home Honest Outlaw. Yeah, I watch Honest Outlaw every time he comes out with a video. Pew Pew View, not quite as much. I mean, I still watch him a lot. He tends to, well, maybe he's about the same as Honest Outlaw with his mouth or whatever. Yeah, I agree, Kentucky. Yeah, that would be nice. Now, what's his name's trying to, at least in Texas, what's his name? Brandon Herrera. He is at least for Texas. I don't know about for the whole United States. I think that's why they wanted, some people wanted him to become the head of the ATF. That would be cool. They even made shirts of it because people wanted it so badly. He's like, well, I'll just make some shirts and make some money off of it. It would really strengthen the majority too. Yeah. And then Ken Rod's like, why doesn't Elon Musk buy YouTube? He's like, he bought X, Twitter, and it changed it to X. Thing is, YouTube is owned by Google. And so that's a multi-million-dollar company. They each have over 1 million subs, so they could, let's see, make some noise. Yeah, definitely. They won't ever do that. It's all a money game, and they don't care about us. Oh, you're saying the bigger YouTubers don't care about us? I know Honest Outlaw does. Honestly, it can start pushing back on the garbage. There is a point where you get so big that you can't have that like homey feel, like mom and pop feel. That's why I don't go commercial with my jobs or companies. I'm only residential because I like dealing with people personally, and that's why I'd much rather pay more for a cheeseburger or a breakfast at a mom and pop shop than Denny's or IHOP any day of the week. Now, when it comes to building materials, I do normally go to Home Depot or Lowe's, not Ace Hardware, which Ace Hardware is a franchise. So does Do It Best and some of those others. But yeah, Outlaw's amazing. Yeah, I really like his channel. I was just on there yesterday. I think he just posted the best guns under 400, or was it under 5? Cheeseburgers, something like that. Something of the sort. Yeah, I really like his channel. He's one I watch fairly often. Kentucky, Brandon, though, I just don't like his language all the time. He kind of tones it up and down when he's running. YouTube is the Iron Dome. We just don't keep sending missiles. The same video for the 10th time. LOL. Same video? I'm not sure what you mean, Kentucky. Let's see here. What else? Another one I watch a decent amount. I've slowed down at was Hootie Who. I watched one of his today. See, he uses a lot of old videos from years ago. I think when he doesn't have much content or he's too busy, he'll just push old stuff. Like he just had the other day. He had some old ones of 7.62 by 39. 7.62 by 54R versus 308. That was an old video. And he just did one today. That was an old video too. Of handgun rounds. Best guns under fire. It's the 10th time Outlaws. Yo, he does it every year. Kentucky. You know why he's done it 10 times? Because he's been on YouTube for 10 years. So that makes sense. Every year he comes out with a video with 500, 400, because he just did a 400 the other day. He also does the best guns of that year. He just did one of those the other day. And every year he does it. So that makes sense why he has 10 of them, because he's been on 10 years. I really like how some of his profits goes to a boys' home too. I really like that. That's a blessing. Ames, Iowa, the YSS. Yeah. I forget what it stands for. Anywho. Got something on my eyeball. On the Desert Armory channel, a 3-3 Lapua versus 3 comparison would be cool. Yeah, it's going to be a big difference. Yeah, I think next time I'm going to be doing a comparison, but I need to find 10 gauge slugs. I'm going to be doing a comparison on slugs. I have 12, 10. I don't have 10 yet. I have 12, 20, and 16, and 410. But I don't have 10 yet. Just a little difference. It's twice as powerful, probably. Or more, because it can go like 3 times as far. Just a little difference. Oh. Really? You say that's a little different? My 308's in the safe. Otherwise, I'd say, look at the difference here. I was over at that shooting spot not too long ago, and the target that was over on the hill that was about 600 yards, it's not up anymore. I was hoping it was still there because I was hoping to bring my 338 over there sometime. I've never done over 500 with it. It could push very accurately at a mile, 1.75 miles, they say. I have ammo that would probably go that far too. I just don't have all the stuff to do that, let alone that far. Dang it, have to put up a target or something. Yeah, I don't know if there was like these metal things with like chains and a swinging square metal that was probably about 18 inches by 2 feet that was metal. Yeah, some people have gone up to 2 miles with the 338 Lapua. That probably won't because it's a Ruger. My guess was that's probably either a Barrett or a Chi-Tac or some other fancier brand. Of being near the 2A community, where can I look to learn about the different ammo calibers and the popular ones? Oh, like a lot of them I have that a lot of people don't know about. Honestly, you can get a lot of info about cartridges, Kentucky, on Wikipedia. I know Wikipedia is like anybody can post on there and it becomes news or valid. But when I was looking up specs to know what bullets to get for making some of my own cartridges, to find diameters of bullets so I knew what to get so I could size-wise match them up for the actual projectile, I looked up on Wikipedia. It tells you like when things were made, how big the caliber, how big the cartridge is. Sometimes it'll show photos of the geometry of the cartridge. And so you can learn a lot on there. So check out Wikipedia. It honestly has a lot of stuff on there about cartridges. Just type in one that you've heard of and you don't know anything about it, like a 2535. That one right there. Or the one below it, 2525. A 3220. Stuff like that. Or right over there is a 25 rimfire, and I was trying to find out how big a 25 ACP projectile is compared to a 25 rimfire that they don't make anymore, because I needed to load up my own out of something else, out of a 17 WSM shell, cut off the tip, slide in the projectile and crimp it. And I found out what was the correct size, which ones would work. So on Wikipedia. So yeah, Wikipedia. I found a lot on Wikipedia. I've heard that Wikipedia is controlled by the Vatican. That's what I've heard. Anywho, we'll keep it at that. Gotta leave that out of it. They might get mad at me. Well, we're back to 80-20 on 10 votes. 80% said yes, I do exercise. 20% said no. Got a beard hair. Yeah, That's what I've heard. Thank you. I've been kind of lost when people talk about different calibers, so anything helps. Yeah, there's tons of oddball stuff. Like I have another oddball sitting over there that I need to make some cartridges for out of some 24 gauge shotgun shells that are brass that nobody shoots 24 anymore. A few people shoot 28, but not 24. It's a 5.77 Schneider. They made a 5.77 Tyrannosaurus. Kentucky Ballistics has one. But the Schneider, they don't make the ammo for it anymore. It's obsolete. You can find it on different places online, but it's like $100 for a box of 10. So like $10 around. And you wouldn't want to shoot them. Let's see here. What hurts is that I don't have the 2 background growing up, so I'm making up the lost time. I've learned so much less. There you go. Yeah, this type of stuff helps. Of course, when YouTube shuts us down, we can't share it, unfortunately. Yeah, I grew up around guns, so Kentucky on top of it. Jerome has the most unique and niche calibers I've ever heard of, so just stick around and you'll learn a whole lot. Yeah, when I have my 2A content channel back up and running, yeah, just let me know. And Kentucky, if you get Twitch, my channel over there is just the same name as this, Desert Armory and More. Well, this one's not Desert Armory, but my gun tube channel is Desert Armory and More. This is the outdoor one. But on Twitch, it's Desert Armory and More, all lowercase. And you can touch stuff over there. So if you would come over there and follow me, I can like show you up close the cartridge sizes, handle things over there. It's pretty cool. Rumble, you can do the same thing, but I haven't figured out Rumble. It seems a little more complicated. Yeah, that would be nice if you could. I don't know if you would be interested in that, but eventually a lot of people are probably going to switch to Rumble and Twitch because you can do that stuff on it. I don't know if you can do shooting lives on Twitch. Obviously, if it's video games, yeah, but Rumble, I think you can. Cool. I think I have an unused Twitch from like 5 years ago. I signed back into it. There you go. Yeah. So Desert Armory and More. That's what the name is over there, all lowercase. I guess that's what it is on here too, my gun channel. Hoping once January starts, the algo will go back to decent numbers since the beginning of the year. That and between, I've heard SHOT Show. Pistol Pete said every year around SHOT Show, it takes a dive, but he said nothing like this year. And I think it's because it's SHOT Show as well as they changed the algorithms. Again, because like when you first got on JDog, algorithms were bussing. And then it dropped down right before I came to YouTube or right when I joined YouTube. That's why I was able to get a whole bunch. Not joined YouTube. I've been joined since 2012. I should say right when I started posting Pew Pew content. Yeah. I've never had Twitch before. I was doing some research trying to find other apps, and one of them was suggested was Twitch, and so I looked it up. And sure enough, that was one they said you could use. Yeah, right after I got monetized at Plummet. Yeah, you got monetized like right before I started posting or right around, because I didn't get to know you right away. I think I met you over in Utah Dads or the Arms Room maybe. Those are the first two that actually I started watching, the Arms Room and Below Average Utah. It's weird that they don't want these channels to succeed if they make money and you have engagement. I know, right? They'll make money off of us. So as YouTube, you would think they like money. They do like money, but they just don't like making it this way, I guess. It says there's 2 in the chat, and there's only 2 chatting back and forth. So I guess that's you 2 guys, J-Dog and Kentucky. But yeah, all my family's military. A lot of it. So like we've been around pew pews all my life. Like my dad has always had 2 or 3. Well, for a while he just had 1 because he sold the other 2. He had a 270 Savage and a 357 Ruger. But he's had the 22 ever since I was 4 or 5. That's the first pew pew I ever shot. Let's see here. Yeah, I know Kentucky. Like right now, they're not making any money off of me. Like for a whole week being off, that hurts my channel, obviously, but it also hurts them because I'm not getting any donations. They're not getting 30% off of me. So this check's going to be smaller than last month's, although I have another one coming. October, November was like 212. November, December is going to be like 230 something. And then this coming year, I currently have 100 and something coming. I believe it's 100 and something, which it's probably barely going to be much more than that because the 21st to the 26th, when it resets, is just around the corner, and I'm not going to make any much more. So, anywho, it's going towards the MP5. So, father was a reserve police officer and recently had to teach him how to shoot. You had to teach him. Bad training over there at the police academy, huh? Only made 2 cheeseburgers since I got monetized. What? All of your ads don't pay anything. Okay, so I look at my algorithms for my shorts and ads. I'd say of all my content, maybe I make about $12 on ads in a month. In shorts, maybe about the same. Lives get me the most between super chats, super stickers, jewels. The biggest donation I got was $20 twice. I think someone did $20 and someone might have did 25, but I've never gotten higher than that. Because even on somebody did, I think it was 20 or 25. It was a Cash App, 20 or 25. I don't think it was 50. And then I won $25 over on Real One Mag Drop. I hopped in his channel like 3 days after I subscribed to him. I was on in and out a couple times. And then I hopped on this giveaway I didn't even know about. I got in at the right time and I got $25. Let's see here. Yep, super chats and jewels. I don't know how people get super pay for ads. Super pay from ads. Got you. How did jewels work? Jewels, I forget. J-Dog remembers the percentage. It's like, I think 10 jewels equal a penny, isn't it? So if you got 100 jewels, that's $1. I think so. About what the return rate is, isn't it, J-Dog? I thought 1 jewel equals a penny. Like during my giveaway was my biggest spike day. 100 jewels equals 1 burger. Yeah, okay, so that would be 1 penny per jewel. That's what I figured. And then you have super stickers, which are worth more. And then you have obviously super chats. But yeah, YouTube takes, if you have an Apple phone, it's 30%. If you have an Android, it's 20 or 25. It's not as much, but still. I have an Android, and then if the person donated as an Android, they get less of a cut. I guess because Apple charges a percentage to do it on their platform too or something, so it's 30%. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, YouTube, this is apple juice, by the way. Good old apple juice. It ain't urine. Like really bad stuff. So behind LOL, I've become the old guy that I used to make fun of as a teenager trying to learn technology like an old dinosaur. Well, how old are you, Kentucky? I'm 35, and J-Dog, I think you're younger than me if I recall. You know what, J-Dog? I don't think I've ever seen your face since you don't do your face reveals, which is great because you get less problems that way usually when your hands and face are in it. But favorite style of action: pump, semi, brake barrel, or lever? 37. My hip hurts. Well, my knee hurts and my back and my ankle. Hey, tactical. Yeah, I'm 35 and a half. On the 13th, I was 35 and a half. I forgot about that. Forgot to celebrate my half birthday. Oh, wait. Is today the 13th? Oh, no, the 13th passed. That was Saturday. Saturday is my half birthday. Wee. Forgot to celebrate my half birthday. We used to make all sorts of stuff about half birthdays. Let's see here. Which would be my favorite platform? Pump, semi, brake barrel, or lever? course, pump would be shotgun. Semi could be both. Brake could be both. Most of the time, it would be shotgun. Lever could be both, but most of the time it's not. Ooh, it probably varies by brand, J-Dog, because I would not want a cheapy semi-automatic. Of all of those, the most reliable is probably pump or lever. Well, not really. A brake barrel is a single shot, so honestly, that would be the most reliable. But I would say probably of all those, I'm going to say probably a lever action because you can do shotgun and rifle with a lever action. 24 and I got to pop my hips and low back to get out of bed. There you go. Yeah, I had a herniated disc when I was 19, 20, and so I have arthritis that set in when I was 25, and so it kind of bugs me. It was L5, and then I broke my ankle when I was how old was I? 23. A transmission fell on it from about 4 feet up, and then when I was about 20, I think 19, almost 20, I snapped my ACL and tore my meniscus in my left knee and had surgery on it. But yeah, I'm older than Tactical Defense and younger than Jerome. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. Lever action is a solid choice. Need to get some. Right there, bro. I would suggest getting older. That Henry, I've had nothing about problems with it. Unfortunately, it has maybe not even 1,000 rounds through it, and I need to send it in. It's been that way for about a year now. If you've looked at my ballistic testings on these, you'll see that I had some problems with it and what the issues are. I would love to get my hands on an affordable lever action. What brands that are lower price should I stay away from when looking? Well, like Henry's not cheap, but that 22, I've had nothing but problems with it. I have a Taurus. I don't think I've ever had any problems. One time I thought I had a problem with it. It wasn't always firing, but I think it's because I had the safety on. It was when I was sighting in last time. It's a Rossi, actually, technically, made by Taurus. So I would suggest that if you could. I've heard some of the Cimarrons are pretty good, the reproductions of these. But yeah, these are Winchester. That one's Henry, a modern Henry. And then the 3030 is on that side, and it's a Rossi. But yeah. Well, what you should know, Kentucky, the new Marlins are owned by Ruger. Yes, they are. The new Marlins are owned by Ruger. They're still good, though. Yeah, J-Dog, I've been doing research on Marlins. I like the Trapper. Yeah, the Trappers are nice. The stainless Trapper with like the grayish color wood. I'm not a tactical lever action guy, which some of those newer versions, since lever actions are kind of getting a comeback. I'm a wood looking guy. So if I had a tactical looking one, I would have to change it to wood if it didn't have wood, like Wooks or something like that. But my favorite Marlin was the Dark Marlins. Dark Marlins. Like the non-stainless, like I prefer blued for my lever actions. Although this one right here, right there, is so old, a lot of the bluing's off. But yeah. Let's see. Ruger also bought out Anderson Arms. They did, yeah. It stinks because I used to get their low receivers for $40, and that's all. Yeah, it's a tactical one. Tactical. Oh yeah. I did see it was either 44. I think it was a 44 mag. That was a tactical look at the pawn shop. They let me look at it, but I was like, I'm not looking for a 44. I'm looking for either a 45 Colt or a 357 mag that can shoot 38 specials, because I don't have any of those for lever action. Someday. Same with the 4570. I would love to get a 4570. I really would like to get either a Winchester, a Marlin, original Marlin, or a Rossi would be fine. But like my Rossi it's like a 336 clone. It looks just like a 336 Marlin. Anyways, all shops around here in Kentucky would sell them cheap because they were a decently local brand out of Hebron. Oh, the Anderson, yeah. So my local Cal Ranch still has them. They had them on sale for $3.99 cheeseburgers. Then they went on sale for $4.29 during Thanksgiving. but they were actually cheaper than that before that. Let's see. Someone just messaged me here on what do you call it? Instagram. Oh, it's Russell. To be typed word for word. All right, sorry guys. Make such good gifts. Yeah, they would if you can do that legally. Let's see. Mrs. J Dog let me open my Christmas gift on the weekend. She got me my first 12. Semi-auto took her off. Nice. See, I have a semi-auto that's behind me. Where's that at? Right there. It's the 12 gauge Sega 12 copy. I have not shot it much though. To be honest, I've shot maybe 20 rounds through it. When I first shot it, it was super dry, so it wasn't running right because it was dry. It was bought private party, sent to an FFL because it was online, and then taken care of properly, the paperwork and everything. Never was shot, and so then I put some lubricant after that, and it was fine. I'm seeing if I can get Russell over here. He left me a voice message, but I can't hear him. He'll be on hopefully. Shotguns are cool. I prefer the air platform shot. Oh, okay, that would be the what do they call those? Anybody remember the AR platform? Like mine's like mine looks like an AK. Mine looks like an AK. That one right there. It's up against the other ones. You can't tell, but you've seen it before. Hey, there he is. Hey, Russell, you made it. I was just putting a separate one, separate message. That way you could hold it down and copy it and then paste it over if you couldn't find it. That way you didn't have to like select a little section of our, I'm almost about hit my nose here, a little section of our typing. Thanks for coming by, Russell. If you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Let's put you as a mod because you're a mod in my other channel. I don't know if Kentucky was. I don't think so. It's not that I don't want you as one. Let's see here. We'll put you a couple of you. J-Dog I've known for definitely a lot longer. Nothing against you, Kentucky. I just got to figure out who I'm all going to make mods here. Brand new channel, so. You did so. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was like, well, if you're messaging me, I couldn't listen to yours, by the way, Russell, because I'm doing this live, so. Smiley face. J-Dog's like, yeah. Oh, I've known J-Dog. It would have been Arms Room, Utah Dad, and J-Dog. Those were the three that I was watching lives all the time. And I was like, I've never watched lives before. This is cool. Which the first one I actually started was like some gaming one. He's all dressed up in a suit and tie. And I was like, watching live's kind of cool. And I was just searching through and I'm like, oh, 2A stuff too. Nice. And then I just stuck with that because I'm not a gamer. I don't know how to do it anyways. Oh, to moderate? How's your dad? He's doing great. So I met with Mom and Dad yesterday at church, and they had church at their house, and because we home church. Anyways, talked to him. Was it then? Yeah, I talked to him then, obviously, and he said once in a while he'll forget something of a word he's trying to say, but yeah, he's doing great. been like 6 months at least. Yes, correct. I started, my first live was July something. And before that, I think it might have been the end of June is when I first met with you guys. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we've known you for almost 6 months, or you've known me about 6 months. I think there used to be a way that you could tell who your older subscribers were, but I don't know if that's still available, that option. Yeah, Dad's doing great. Dad's doing pretty good. It's once in a while he'll like can't remember what he was trying to say or something, and it'll come to him. But yeah, the CT scan and the MRI came back negative, so. It's a blessing. Oh, thank you, Russell. I appreciate it. Yeah, this channel is not going to be that content. I mean, we've been talking about them a little bit, but they're always going to be in the background. This is just mostly for outdoor hiking, mine content, caving, hunting, possibly some hunting stuff. It's just going to be all my outdoor stuff. I'm just going to try to separate them mostly. That way, if YouTube ever pulls the other one, I've got this to fall back on, and hopefully this one will start booming better than the other one, just because like everybody likes outdoor stuff, right? And then we'll hopefully get this one monetized. So got the clock out in a few minutes. Oh yeah, you work at nights, right? You're about headed home probably, or you headed out to work. If you're not on later, have a great night. No, I'll probably shut down here not too long. We've been on 2 hours. We've been on 2 hours. 2 horas. How's the weather been over there, Russell? Is it cold over there in Canada? Eh? Is it cold in Canada? Eh, mate? Is it really cold over there? There's over 300 miles of caves near me. Mammoth Caves. Yeah, those are, no wonder they call them Mammoth. It was about 20 minutes from where I am. They say it's the biggest cave system in the U.S. Possibly. So, Kentucky, the caves I was in on the weekend, some people have a theory that Pepper Sauce Caves connect with Colossal Caves, because there's some areas that are water and there's tunnels that go up and then come back up in other areas, and some people think they connect, and it might be close to the same. Let's see. Gotcha. Yep. Time for Daddy to get the bleep out of here. New Jersey accent. The bleep out of here. Alrighty. 45 Fahrenheit, windy. Okay. Let me see what it is here. I don't know if I have a weather app on my tablet. Is why Bowling Green, Kentucky is so many sinkholes. Oh, because of how big that underground is. Gotcha. There's one channel I watch quite a bit. They just posted one the other day. The Action Adventure Twins. I love their channel. I don't know where they're from. Another one, he does a lot of exploring of like drainage tunnels, coal mines, old abandoned buildings. His is called, and he's older than me. He's probably like upper 30s, low 40s. Probably low 40s. It's called Amazing PA. I really like his too. And there's like one or two others that are linked with. There's one called Action Adventure TV, which is the same as the Adventure Twins. They have 2 channels. And then they have some of their buddies that post. The National Corvette Museum had a sinkhole open up and some of the Corvettes fell in. They did a big news segment. Whoa. Oh, that's old. What's old? Did I say something weird? Probably. I do that sometimes. We all do. What was I going to look up? Maybe he meant cold. No. Let's see if I got a weather app on here. Let me type in weather. I don't know what the temperature is right here. Weather. There you go. I've got AccuWeather. Oh, my age? I'm 35. Did you know? No, I didn't know. Do I want systems, chart, or a dial? I don't know. I guess I never opened this app up before. Let's go. Maybe later. I don't want to connect it. All right. Let's see. I'm not going to tell you my zip code. I was about to say it. It says it's 51, feels like 52, but I don't believe that. It's got to be colder than that. It's supposed to be a low of 48. It's going to be colder than that. Clouds, it doesn't say anything. Temperature, quality. No percent of rain and precipitation. Possibly 2% on Sunday. Saturday, 1%. Let's see here. Christmas is on a Thursday? Well, 25% rain chance on Thursday. Almost 65, 20 days. Okay, so I was thinking you were near my parents' age. My dad was born in 63, so he's 62 years old. My mom is born in 64, so she's 61. My oldest sibling's 40. She turned 40 in June. And then I was the youngest that we had, and then we adopted a boy when I was almost 11, if I recall, and he was 7. He was 7 in 1 month, and then the next month I turned 11, if I recall. We just went below 0 last night here with the wind, but it will be 60 on Thursday. That is 60 Fahrenheit, and it's going to be below 0 tonight. That sounds like Arizona. Like we'll have super, super cold, like fairly cold. Like last year, my parents, which was cold this year. This year's a lot warmer. But last year they got about 10 to 8 degrees. They're in this little cold pocket. But in the day it gets like the 60. Big huge swings, just like that, yeah. You be the caboose, there you go. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, God has a way of changing the weather. It's unique. Reminds me of Texas. There's a place called Plainview, Texas. There's a Mennonite church I would go to over there when I was at Bible school. And they said the weather there is so unpredictable in Plainview. It'll have one day it'll be snowy and rainy, and the next 2-3 days later it'll be sunshine and not a cloud in sight. Yeah, I was the last one, so yeah, I would have been the caboose. The last one Mom had. There was 4 of us that were from Mom and Dad. Yeah, I did a vote on somebody's channel. I forget what it was, since I couldn't post any votes. What people wanted me to do last weekend, and it was between mines and caves, and like everybody said caves. So this next time I decided I'm going to do some mining, do some mine stuff. But yeah, Texas is so huge. I spent most of my time about 2 hours northwest of Dallas, near Oklahoma. Got the worst ones. Oh, there you go. We're having torrential rains here. One of our main highways was closed. Yeah, I've heard there's been some floodings in the U.S. too, but I can't remember why. Where at? Not windstorms. I meant to say ice storms. They have worse ice storms. Okay. Texas, I usually spent most of my time about 2 hours northwest. Northwest. Okay. Of Dallas. I would fly into Austin, I think it was, when I would go visit my friend there in Texas. But that was down in Plainview, or not Plainview, that was by Bastrop. Plainview's more north than that. Flat and icy. Yeah, no joke. Texas, my grandpa used to say, Texas is so flat, if you had a dog get out, 3-4 days later, you still see it running. Get a telescope or something, you still see it running out there. Because it's so flat. Although technically the curvature of the earth would make it so that you couldn't see them anymore. But if you don't believe in a flat earth. I should do that as a poll one day. Let's see, Northwest Washington is having the same weather. Yeah, probably. Armadillos. Lots of armadillos. Mucho armadillos. Dios. Armadillos. And amarillo is yellow in Spanish, but armadillos is something else. That's their little animal, obviously. They're called Texas speed bumps. That's the other name for them, too. At least that's what I've heard them called as well. Texas speed bumps, because they got so many of them. They're pretty much like a speed bump. What was that? Texas speed bump. It was armadillo. Oops. Sorry, mate. The armadillos are making their way into Nashville. Really? Tons down on the side of the highways. Yeah. What is a flat earth, man? Dumb as a bag of hammers. Or if a bag of rocks, but a bag of hammers. That means you'd have a teeny bit of intelligence, just a little more than rocks, just barely, because it's made out of iron, which is out of stone. Yeah, you get it. There's two people in here commenting, but there's somebody else in the background lurking. Who is that in the background? Because it shows 3 on the counter. Whoever you are, thank you for coming by to Jerome's Outdoor Adventures. Appreciate you, man. Let's see, or gal, whoever you are. Probably EDC lurking in the background. Wait until he goes on live. Gotta go, Jerome. God bless. And I'll try to catch you next time. Sure. Yeah, we'll keep going on this one off and on. We might alternate. One night go here, another night on the other one, just to build this channel up. We'll see. Yeah, once you leave, it should drop to 2 then. I should stop it here soon because I've been on 2 hours and 10 minutes, and we are at 10:25 p.m. Hold it. Didn't realize it was that late. I got an electrical job to do tomorrow. Run some power to my pavilion that I made, that really big pavilion with the 8x8 poles. Do my best to support you, man. Take care. Yeah, just turn the notifications on because hopefully they'll be pushing this content unless they don't like what they're seeing in the background. I don't know. Oh, let's see here. Did you finish all the house repairs? Yes, that one. I didn't do any lives on that one. I was doing finishing touch-up stuff. I could have. Not sure why I didn't. But those other 3 rentals, yes. There's another one, though, I need to call up. They probably were hoping to get it done before Christmas, but unfortunately, I have to take care of my customers, too, as well as some of the rentals I take care of off and on. They had a door in between their garage and their house that someone cut a doggy door in, which actually is illegal to do because that's a fire rated door and you just made it not a fire rated door. You can buy fire rated doors that go between your house and your garage, like a regular opening door, 36 by 80. But they're like $600, $700, $800. What you would want to do instead, I guess you could do that, is make a hole beside it. But usually it's a laundry room right there, so there's not room for it. But technically, you're not allowed to make holes in fireproof doors because then it's not fire rated anymore. So that needs replaced. They had, I think, some fixtures that needed changed, maybe. Oh, some switches. There was some switches that were, I don't think they were broke. Maybe they were starting to have issues. I'm not sure why. Maybe they're getting old and dingy looking. But I need to call them up and line them up. But I also am going to be working on my parents' deck. Hopefully Thursday, Friday. Hopefully I'll be working on my parents' deck. That's if I could work on the electrical tomorrow and Wednesday. When I made the pavilion, he wanted to be there because he was helping me build it. But doing the electrical, I don't need his help. So I said, well, I don't really need you there because I don't need his help to run electrical. Yeah, we got one more rental that I need to call up to do some repairs. How big of a deck? Right now the deck is, I think I have that notebook in here. Let's see, my parents' deck currently is probably from the mobile home out to double wide to where it's out now is probably 10 feet by 12, 10 by 12 maybe, and they want to make it like 12 by 16 roughly. And the main frame that they have is sturdy. It's the top that's falling apart and all the rails are falling apart. They recently got a aluminum awning over it. They wanted me to make a wood one, but then they got a good price for aluminum. I said materials would cost that much, not even count my labor. So, of course, I won't charge my parents as much as I would charge anybody else. They're my parents. Usually, family, I charge half of what I normally would charge. Yeah, it'll be a nice barbecue place. Yeah. which currently, do they have it on there now? No, currently it's off to the side. But yeah, they might end up putting it on the deck. But it's going to end up being probably 12 by 16, maybe 18 by 16, possibly. It's pretty big. I don't remember how big the awning is. Because now if the awning's up, I can make the deck all the way to as close as the awning poles, and then also the other poles on the other side. I was going to make it before, but I'm like, well, I don't know where their pole offsets are. Their setbacks from the mobile outward. And I'm glad I didn't do anything, because when they got the kit in, the metal they got actually ended up being bigger than what my parents thought they were getting. So they actually got a bigger awning than they paid for. So in a way, it's nicer. It comes out of the house, I think 12 feet thereabouts by maybe 18 long, I think. Currently it's like a 12 by 18, so maybe we could make a 12 by 18 or just a little smaller. You just set up a smoker for good briskets. Oh, there you go. That would be nice. I picked up when I got my couch off of Marketplace, I think it was. Or was it offer? I think it's Marketplace. For $100, it's a Lazy Boy powered. He threw in a free, what do you call it? Not a smoker, it's a barbecue. Unfortunately, all my cylinders that would hold gas in them, like propanes, like the 5-pounders, whatever they call them, are in California. I have two of them. One's a friend's and the other one is mine, because I picked up another one time on the side of the road, and the propane tank was still in there. So I have two of them, but they're not here. One I need to return back to the fella. The other one's still at my shed in California. One of these days I need to go back to California and make that shed so it's two different sheds. Currently it's a double story, and I need to take the top off, make a floor for that, and make a roof for the bottom one. That way I can sell both sheds separate, and then use that money to build myself a shed here, because all I have is this tarp building that's like a 17 by 10 or 16 by 10, I forget. And it's not really waterproof. Eventually the sun gets to the tarp and makes a mess and rips off. I've dealt with that. The last one I had, a windstorm destroyed it. They barely covered the warranty on it, because they're like, well, it is acts of God. We don't do that, but you were in here earlier and said we were going to replace it. So anyways, I do slab charcoal barbecue. Slab charcoal. Like slab charcoal. I've heard of the briquettes. Is that what you're talking about? The little briquettes? Slab charcoal. I'm not sure if I've heard of slab charcoal. So that lurker in the background isn't talking, because you're the only one talking now, Russell. There's two people in here, it shows. I could turn another one on. I could get someone turned on this one. Then it'd show 3, huh? Let's see here, folks. Switch accounts. Or no, I don't need to switch it. Just need to go to this. Yeah, what's a slab? You might want to clarify. I don't know if I've heard of slab charcoal. I've heard of the briquettes. The briquettes? Let's see here. Here we go. It should pop up to 3 now that I'm on here. I had the sound off, though. Let's see here. Let's see how far behind it is. Time-wise. It acted like it was a few seconds behind. Yeah, it's like 10 seconds behind. It's crazy. Let's see here. No, it's actually chunky charcoal makes the meat more like smoke flavor. Okay. Is that the one that's in, like, you could put these little things about this big, about that tall, with the handle on it, and they've got holes on the bottom, and you put, like, coals inside of it and stick it in with your barbecue to, like, smoke it all up in there? Yeah, it shows 3 people now, because I'm on my other one. Just for the fun of it. Oh, it shows 71 subscribers now. Yeah, I did have, what did I have before? I had 58 when I started. Anyways. Yeah, it's behind. It's behind like half a minute, not quite. Yeah. Let's see here. What you got planned for tomorrow, Russell? Got any plans for tomorrow? Or whoever else that is in the background lurking? I will send you a pic on Instagram. There we go. Sweet. I got something on there right now. Some email alert. I wish I knew who that lurker was, because it shows 3. That's because there's Russell, you, there's my other account, and then there's some in the background just chilling. I appreciate you coming by, whoever that is. But one of these evenings I need to spend time, but I'm doing live, so doing that long format for you guys of the cave exploration. So yeah, I'm gonna be wondering what the schematics of this channel is showing, how many people were in and out. Because I think we got up to 8 people max, 9 maybe. Not, I mean, I don't know what I got the first time with my other channel. I'd have to look at the schematics on it and see. Analytics, there we go. Schematics is like a breakdown, like a blueprint. Let's see, no, just relaxing, withdraw my meds a little bit hard. Oh, gotcha. Do you do anything for work? I can't remember. Maybe that's being a little too personal just on the channel here. We could chat on the Instagram about that. Because my dad recently retired. Raging Bullet says he's back. I knew someone hopped on because it went to 4 and then it went to 5. Appreciate you coming back, buddy. We be back like a bad penny, rotten to the core. Aye, aye, Captain. Now it says 3. Now back to 4. I went to 5 for a little bit, though. It's weird. I see myself delayed down there on the tablet. It's weird. Let's see. I got my security officer license on Friday, so going to work in a casino. Okay, there you go. I wasn't sure if he retired or not, like my dad. He just retired. He's probably going to end up doing some little tinkering jobs, though. Knowing my dad, he'll stay active. That's if his health holds up. He went on another bike ride. He went on the same route he did the week before, and the bike ride went fine. No episodes like before. So thank the Lord he didn't have any episodes doing his 7.5 mile bike ride again. With his not mountain bike. I almost said mountain bike. Road bike. He's got a small frame. Because my dad's not that tall. He used to be like 5'7", 5'6", but he shrunk. Yeah, he used to be the same height as my brother Josiah. And he's like this much shorter now. Yeah. That's because he has something wrong with his back, where his back is like I think 3 years ago, the back guy said, one of his doctors said, you have a back of a 70-year-old man. He's like, what? He's like, yep. Can't afford to retire. I get $13.50 total in retirement. A month. That's how much you get a month? Or you mean in total? That would be nothing. That lasts nothing. $13.50 a month, at least for here in Arizona. $13.50. Yeah, that wouldn't hardly work because my rent is $1,100. And that's like for a double wide on an acre, that's good. Yeah, that's not much. Yeah. If you can get something $1,100 like mine is a month for a whole acre. Now I still have to pay I don't have sewer. Thankfully I don't have to pay for sewer. There must be a septic tank on here somewhere, but I have water, I have natural gas, and then I have, what else do I got? Electric. Duh, electric. Versus my other one I was at was way cheaper, as well as she included the utilities. Your rent's $1,200. Yeah. Mine was only $650 in Cali for a single wide. And stuff was included. Now originally it was $750, and I had to pay utilities. But then once they got to know me, and I was helping them out quite often, an older couple, because they were behind me on the second mobile home behind me in a double wide. They dropped it to $650, and then eventually I didn't even pay utilities. It was a blessing. Now I have to pay twice that, because that's about $650. I pay about $620 something a month, including utilities, because I half it with my roommate here. So I have natural gas to eating beans. Yeah, I got that too. Mm-hmm. Well, I grew up eating beans, and you'd think my body would be used to it, but I still have some of that. Different type, but yeah, that's more natural, maybe. You're the only person commenting right now, but there's 4 people in here. Of course, one of them's on that one over there. Yeah, it's a little behind. Sorry, I keep blinking like this because I got something in my eye. It keeps itching, and I think oh, something got in or something. Yeah, I figured you might be in here. I figured. But there's one other person that's been lurking the whole time that they haven't peeped, and I keep trying to get him to talk. I'm like, is it EDC? Maybe? Because when I had the other one off, my tablet, it showed we had 2 people in here, and Russell was the only other one in here. Listen to Pistol Pete on his gas issues. Oh, really? Well, the one time I was the first one in there, and he let one rip, and I was like, I heard that. They're like, oh. Yeah. It's like a little boy. Let her rip. It's like, oh, hopefully no one's in here yet. I heard you. Just chilling at work. There you go. I forget, Raging, what do you do? Being this late in the night, what do you do? You a security guard too? Or gas station manager or something? Speaking of gas, right? Hey, Canella, you gonna come over here? She finally got off the couch. Third shift IT specialist for a hospital. Oh, there you go. He does the Dutch oven on his. I forget even what that is. I guess the feed's not too bad on here for being a front camera, even though the lens is a little dirty from being in the cave. It's not too bad. I'm looking at it on this other one here, on the tablet here, and it's not too bad. It's a little grainy, but it could just be my settings, that I have the settings down low. Let me see what I have quality-wise. I can make it a little higher. I have it on auto, though. Looks good. Okay, yeah. I don't know what I have it set on this. This is a little less quality on my tablet, but that's because I have it on auto on 480p. I could get it up higher, but I don't know if it would change it much. Because that front camera, I guess that front camera is 1080p, it shows. I did not know that. The back one's way higher than that. Oh, I see farting and pulling the legs. Oh, is that what that is? Yeah. That makes sense. Oh, that's hilarious. Let it out like that, and then put the sheets over real quick. Tighten it all up real tight. Poor lady, poor lady. That ain't nice. I've seen people do that on little video skits as well as with their dogs and videos of that, and it looks so hilarious. See, Russell, wife and I haven't slept in the same bed in over 3 months. She works day shifts, I'm on nights, different schedules. Oh, that's kind of sad. Except on weekends, hopefully you can be together. My cousin did that on his wedding night. He's like, well, it's time to let her rip fully. Well, I've heard people just joking around that the lady, because some people get this idea that ladies don't fart, They don't pass gas. And on their wedding night, they'll be like, okay, I've tied the knot. Now I'll just let it all loose. And I saw a skit of that too. That was hilarious sounding. Usually on call on the weekends. Oh, so you're on call that way if someone would want you, you have to be over there pretty quickly. That's a bum deal too, because it's like the only time you could be with your wife, and then you're getting a call and you're like, oh, honey, we gotta stop or whatever. Yeah, bum deal. They need the IT man over at the hospital. Isn't that what on call would mean? Meaning, like, if they need you, you got to just stop and go over there. Yeah. Well, what time? I'm 10:47, so I'll probably have to close down. We've been on 2.5 hours. That's not bad. I wouldn't want to do on call. Yeah, me neither. Well, it's kind of the same idea as having like 24-hour service. Like, say, if you're a plumber, a lot of plumbers will do 24-hour service. That's where you make your big bucks, though, because you can charge double. It's like, and they'll know that. They're like, well, they know that you're not supposed to be working right now, so it's even though it's 24-hour service. Let's see, facts and Saturdays, and when I usually do my YouTube stuff, yes, I have 2 hours to get to work when on call. 2 hours, so it's like, get her done and then get out of there. Hopefully you're not too far from the hospital then. Anyways, we'll probably just go ahead and shut down the live, guys. Got to get ready for bed. It's almost 11 here. 12 more minutes. It'll be 11 o'clock. As you can tell, my eyes are getting a little tired looking. All right, guys. Really appreciate you hanging out with us, all four of you, which one of them's my tablet down there. And appreciate it. And that lurker in the background, whoever that is, that's been silent as a church house mouse. Thank you for coming by, too. Maybe they're going to reveal themselves. Oh, Canella's asleep. She's on the rug in the living room over there. She was just on the couch, which she's not supposed to be. And Skittles is probably, I think I let him in before the live. He's sleeping on the bed probably. Anyways, they're doing good. Skittles was actually in the caves as well. So there's content of me carrying him up and down ladders and steep areas and whatnot. So, all right, guys, appreciate you coming by to Jerome's Outdoor Adventures. And we'll try to do some more lives and give you some more content of outdoor stuff, of hiking and whatnot. So appreciate you. You have a blessed night, blessed day, blessed the rest of your life. And a saying that I learned from the arms room is you can never do wrong. You can never go wrong doing what's right. He learned that from his grandma, and I really like that. You can never go wrong doing what's right. And remember, this is what I usually add, that through Jesus Christ is the way to salvation. Thank you all. You have a blessed rest. Thanks, guys. Till next time, folks.